I'm good. How you doing?
Good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Starting
Um,
a new week.
yeah, I know.
So,
It's
yeah.
happening. We're here.
How are you?
I'm good. I just had Kitty had a private. I was like, oh my God, let me just reschedule because I know I'm be trying to get back here to my computer. But
It's totally fine. You good.
okay, so yeah, this is super informal. I just like to do these one-on-ones with everybody. Definitely like right when they get out of the program, but then we'll do something later too, just like 3, 6 month type of thing to see how we are. And I just do my check-ins. So we'll start. You can just say like your name, where you're from, and like how long you've been like at this, going into pursuing your career and
Okay. Hey, my name is Ashleigh Armstrong. I'm from Macon, Georgia, and I have been pursuing a professional career, since at least since 2015. So where we in 2023 now? Yeah. It felt like
Mhm.
longer than that, but I felt like I really was like, okay, I can do this seriously when I changed my major my freshman year at Spelman. So that's 2015.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. How did you even hear about Kiki Castings? I'm always curious. I ask everybody this, so.
Well, one, I've been following you forever, so I had already seen it on my own accord. But a few of my friends had already went through your program, and they was like, "Ash, you need to get in there." Like because we just link and have
Yeah.
conversations, and based on like the things we was talking about, Akeem and Bree, and they were just like, "Yeah, Ash, you should do the program." And like it became a conversation around like some of my close friends who were also considering it in comparison to other intensives or other programs they was interested in. And especially after I did your acting summit for dancers, after that I was like, yeah, this is where I need to be. So it was a little bit of my own research, but also just seeing my peers go through the program and have such a great experience. It was something that I wanted to experience for myself.
Yay, good. So like, okay, I know like as dancers and everybody's trying to pursue the career, but then you have the other things that you're trying to like figure it out. Was there any like hesitations or fears even doing this? Because this isn't like the conventional, like
Right.
your career type of
Um, I,
thing.
I think for me, of course, people's always even like some people who have reached out to me since they've seen me doing it, like people's biggest fear is the money. So
Mm.
like, and even in our first conversation we had, you was like, "Ash, you gotta let that go because it's gonna come back." So like, I think for everybody the fear is how the hell am I finna pay for this?
Yeah.
What's going on? Like,
Mhm.
when is it gonna come back? So like, one, I had to let that go, and that's also just been something that I've had to let go, like period in my life right now, because I'm in between my blessings right now is what I have to say, because my mentor would be like, stop saying you broke, stop saying
Yeah.
you ain't got no money, stop saying you poor, stop putting that in the universe, because that's not what it is. So I think for me it's just been an overarching thing for me. So if this was like, okay, if we're really gonna take the risk and we're gonna say that we want to get there, then we gotta actually do it and just let it go, like take some of the control out of it. So
Mm.
I think for me it was that, and it was also like and this will go into the questions that you asked, but like really this whole season in my life right now like has just felt like it's been a time for a shift, like to push. So I did the program because I needed to shift my mental. Like I really been focused on my mental health on both sides, and like I didn't realize how it was going to connect. I didn't realize it was going to connect so much, honestly.
Wow. Yeah.
But between like, because I started therapy at the top of November, right after my birthday. And then that was like right in the middle of your program too. So then seeing how they all connect, it was like, oh, like, yes, it was the money we was afraid of, but it was just also like we needed to unlock something up here that I've been feeling like it's been, I don't know, like it's been suffocating me a little bit, or
Yes.
like, or it just feels like it's a wall that I'm
Well,
trying to like
yeah.
push
Yeah.
down. So
Yeah.
that's honestly what I've been focused on for like even before your program, but like over these past 3 months and like moving forward, like that's just really been highlighting like, oh, okay, you worried about booking and you trying to figure out where the gigs at, where and all that. But in reality, you are preparing yourself for that right now. So like, and I just had this conversation with Rayana the other day. She was like, can you just give yourself a year to watch the seeds that you planting growing? Like, can you give yourself some time? Because we get so caught up in like, well, where my job at, or well, I'm submitting, but, or all these things. And I just had to realize like it's not happening yet, because you gotta get all of this together in order to show up for the job. That's where I've been at, Kiki. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's where I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been trying to figure out and redefine like what dance is for me, what this professional career looks like for me. They like, oh, Ash, you a model now. You still dance? Like, what's going on? It's like, no, like, I don't limit me to just one thing, and don't tell me I have to choose just one thing, but also just realizing that like my journey and my path like is mine, and I can't obsess so much over like, well, I'm 25 and this ain't happening and this ain't happening, and what you finna do when you still at your mama house and you ain't got no job. We don't know where the money is. Like, I've been trying to quiet all of that in my brain, and recenter myself so that I can show up and like be present, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm for real.
I had my strap.
For real, that's why I've been at.
What? Yeah. Just took me on a whole ride. Like,
that's where I'm at. Yeah. I'm like, okay, Ash, we don't know how we feel about ourselves. And I keep thinking about when we did that experience with the guy from Catapult, when he made us stand in front of the camera and like be all vulnerable. And I go back and look at that video and I'm like, okay, like, do you still feel like that sometimes? But now you started to get some help to not feel like that no more. So okay, if we know we don't really feel good about ourselves right now, or we know we want to change these things, like, we gotta start somewhere. And honestly, doing your program was me starting, like, on top of like doing what I gotta do on my personal side. Like, this was me starting to get my shit together for real, like, and not just, oh, we in class,
yeah.
like, because
Yeah.
honestly, I feel like I ain't even been in class. Like, I've been in class, but like, I was looking at my Instagram feed and I was just like, where the dance videos at? But also realizing that the jobs and the dance gigs that I have been booking, y'all can't see it yet. It's not ready yet. Like, so I also just be like, no, you've been doing shit. It just it ain't ready yet, and that's okay too. Like,
No, it's okay, because when it comes, girl, let me tell you, it's like it's gonna be like nonstop. Like,
mm-hmm.
no, you are such in a space of like just planting and like getting ready.
Yeah.
It's getting ready, and you understand now how crucial and important it is for you to be ready when it does come. And
For
like,
sure.
that won't be the time to try to get ready. It's like, oh no, I should have been doing that. If you like, you're in that, I should have been doing that. You're in that space now.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that. Like, man, let me tell you, because it's a wrap. It's a
Mm-hmm.
wrap. It's a wrap. You like, I'm just ready. Come out. It's over, man. Like, that is
Yeah.
so important. You needed that time. You needed that time to be able to talk like this.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? With such just assurance and confidence. It's like, shh, it is mind blowing. Okay. Let me just hit
It
and tell you. I'm gonna tell you.
is.
Oh. Ah. So what do you think like was one of your biggest breakthrough moments in the program?
I think it had to be honestly like a Monday mindset day. I don't specifically remember which Monday it was, but those are my favorite days for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just nice to be in a safe space where we all could talk about how we were feeling. And it was I don't remember what exactly happened on one of those Monday mindset days, but I was moving around. I was just like, like, it all just kind of like
Yeah.
clicked. Like, I don't, it was just the weirdest thing. And it honestly probably wasn't even something super big. It was probably just real simple. And I was just like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, duh, Ash. Like, or even just how, like, even you breaking down, like, y'all really got all the tools y'all need. Like,
Yeah.
even just like really believing that, because we feel like, oh, we gotta have this choreographer back us. So we gotta get artists and these people over here in order for us to start. And we gotta, but really like quieting all of those voices down and really realizing like, oh, like, yes, we know it started with me, but like, nah, like it, we do need a village and we do need these people to support us, but a lot of this is coming from us
Yeah.
already. So
Yeah.
and I think that's what really stuck with me. And like, I be hearing you in my head, like, okay, what you finna post today? Okay, you scrolling, you need to get out the app, you scrolling. Like, I be hearing you in my head, like, okay, let's pull these videos we have so we can pull this dance ready. Like, I be hearing you in my head randomly. And I feel like that's when I started hearing the shift, when I would just be like, okay, well, what would Kiki tell me to do in this situation? Or what she already told me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's stuff like that. Like, or even just me, like, starting this 30-day yoga thing on YouTube and, like, making sure I'm intentional with how I move my body and the classes that I take. And, like,
Yeah.
just all of, like, it just started to be a gradual shift. And then I would hear you in my head, like, why you been scrolling for hours? What are you doing? Like, if you gonna be on here, you need to at least draft up some reels, so then I be in my phone putting a reel, like, it just be little stuff that I realized, like, oh, okay, here's the breakthrough. It's coming. Like, it's breaking out in like little
Yeah.
things and
Yeah.
how I shift my thinking, or like the actions that I take while I'm going through my day-to-day life, to be honest.
Oh my God,
Mm.
that is so good. Like that is so good because what you're doing, you got habits now.
Yeah.
You're creating these habits that's like that's gonna be forever. That's gonna always stay with you because you're practicing that now versus
Mhm.
like, man, if anybody gonna hold you accountable, you definitely about to be just doing whatever. And then I'll get to this whenever I get to it. It's like, no, you're like, oh no, 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 I gotta okay, hey, can't get distracted. I cannot
Yeah.
get distracted. Y'all not about to do it. And so it's easy. I mean, I have to do it too, but I'm glad that you have it in you now. Like I did one with Hannah. And so I was like, yeah, it's the things that y'all are saying, it's in you now.
Mhm.
Like, and there is no going back and doing something else. It's like, nah, it's too late now. I know what it is. Like, it's in me. So I understand what I have to do and what I need to do and what that looks like for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's so dope. What's
Mhm.
like one of your biggest lessons?
One of my biggest lessons, mm, is that, I mean, but it's something we always know, but it's just I don't have to wait on somebody else to get my opportunity. Like, I don't have to wait on somebody else for it. And I think, like, for a while, not that it was like something that I was intentionally doing, but it was just kind of like subconsciously, like, oh, okay, if y'all call me today and say, oh, Ash, can you come shoot this visual? Or, oh, like, if people
Yeah,
hitting me up to do stuff for them, I'm so quick to like do what I need to do to make sure that their dream comes alive,
yeah,
or their idea comes to fruition. But on the flip side, when it's the ideas that I have in my head, why are we slow to action?
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
so I think for me, that's been my biggest lesson. It's like, okay, like, one,
Yeah,
trust in the ideas that you have and realize that you have good ideas, but also do the work to put them out so they just don't stay in your head. Because
yes, yes,
that's been
follow
that's
through.
been a big thing for me. Like, it's like, damn, Ash, or I'll say something, they're like, damn, Ash, that's a good idea. You need to turn that into a visual. And then it'll just be a conversation. Or
Yes.
I'll start on choreo and then I won't finish it. And it's like, okay. So, like, I think for me, my biggest lesson is like, okay, like, we keep saying that this is what we want to do. And like, we have all these ideas and we want to be more than just a linear in the
Yeah.
box dancer. But what does that actually look like?
What is
And
that?
how are we taking action to like make our own ideas come to fruition instead of just showing up and being present for everybody else? That's
Yeah.
been like a big thing for me. Cause like
Yeah.
for anybody else, cool. But for me, it feels, and I don't know if that's because like I want it to be so perfect. So if I don't feel like it's what I see exactly in my head or what I think it's gonna be, then I throw it away. And it's just like,
No, you can't
no,
do that. Can't do that.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's good. Like the going after it, creating your own opportunities. Now you just it's just way different. Like, oh, I'm
yeah,
after it. I'm not waiting on none of y'all.
anybody, and I'm not gonna keep talking about it, like, or just
No.
thinking about it. Like, I gotta get it out of my head. One, which on the flip side, my therapist can help me. Like, she like, Ash, you gotta journal this. You gotta get this shit out your head and
Yes,
like journal it out so you can see it. One,
yes,
so it just doesn't get all caught up with the rest of everything, but also so that you can have a clear headspace to know how to attack the goal. Because if
right.
I'm just so obsessed and so like focused on so many things and my head isn't clear, then how can I
Exactly.
achieve the goal at hand? You know what I'm saying? So I just,
That's so good.
yeah, that's like that's been one of my biggest lessons. Like, okay, are we gonna do it for real? We're gonna keep talking about it. Okay. Your
No,
therapist done told you, Kiki done told you, your friends done told you. Who what other signs do you need? You know what I'm saying?
hold on. Okay, so what are some other maybe like some experiences that you didn't expect to happen, and like what like mental changes have you like made since doing the program?
I really was just grateful for the network that I was involved in, like meeting all the new girls or like or
Mhm.
guys, and like just being in the Facebook group and just having a new well, not a new dance community, but different
Yeah.
still. So I think that was something that I really held on to. And what was the other part of your question?
Like what's some mental changes that you made or you
Yeah.
see like the result of or feel?
This is going back still what we was talking about, but like I'm like, okay, we got to get this body moving today. Like, no more excuses. And that's been flip side on the other side too. Like, I've been developing or like working on how to develop a routine for me
Yeah.
because I live with my mom and then like I have to commute back and
Yeah.
forth into the city and like there's no really like this is your morning routine every
Mhm.
morning because every morning you don't wake up in this house. So
Mhm.
like what does that look like for you? So I've been like focused on trying to give myself some source of stability in terms of like I know I need to do these things every day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and create that habit of doing as long as I do these things, specific things as part of my day, like say my affirmations, yoga, workout, whatever that is, even if it's home workout, like no more excuses of why you're not working out. Okay, we can do it at home, like we can do it outside, like just like little stuff like that. Cause before I felt like it was holding me back because I just felt sometimes I feel really displaced because I have to pack a bag and live out my car and go figure it out in the city and then come back days later after I done handle my business. So like trying to still find some sense of structure in the midst of me moving around
Mhm.
has been helpful in terms of just me thinking about it and also like taking it into action.
Yeah.
And yeah, and just not being one thing. Like I really like am leaning into this modeling thing, and I'm gonna start leaning into this acting thing for real. Because doing that at the summit with you really opened my eyes. I said,
Like you're really
"Oh, I
good.
can do this!"
You
Like, and
are
I
really good. I mean, I was gonna talk about that next, but like you're like really good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't
yeah,
say
no,
that
I
lightly.
surprised myself, especially when he was like, "This your first acting class?" I said, "Yeah, I ain't never did this before." Like,
We had
I
like
ain't never
a
did this
few of you
before.
guys, even just through the program, just when I do like one-on-ones, like I mean, y'all have you have a natural, it's not you're not even working hard. You're naturally great at acting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you have the gift and everybody doesn't have it. Some people work hard, like everybody's not the best dancer, but they go train to become the best, whatever. Like everybody, you have a natural acting ability, and it's just a matter of really like I mean, I've told y'all the stories, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it ain't like you know the examples. KO is like the prime to me. I mean, she never
Mm-hmm.
had before, pulled up into the audition, booked the job, and ended up being on 3 seasons. And she danced, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She did all the things, but never in her mind, I'm sure, thought that, she's like, I mean, I ain't never really did this before, but it's there. And so I say, yeah, like keep leaning in. Don't let up on that. Cause
Yeah.
that thing right there, that the thing that you probably never thought about is the thing that's gonna get you to all of the other stuff. Like easy. It's gonna be like, oh my God, this is a breeze. I should have been did this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Yeah. And it's
that.
just been easier doing like, I don't know. I had like a weird fear around like submitting, like doing like self-tape submissions, but I've been doing some lately because I did the Broadway, the Wiz
Yes.
submission, and I just did the Soul Train Broadway submission. So I'm like, oh, okay, like
Soul Train. Okay.
yeah, the Soul Train going on Broadway, and I submitted
Yes.
myself because I look like Soul Train. Well, I need to know something.
Yes.
So I submitted myself. So we'll see. I don't know.
You're
We'll see
booking
though.
that. You're booking that.
Yeah. So it's just
Yeah.
like put like we're not like holding ourselves back from submitting for anything anymore, like no matter what it is. And like it really just took me actually just being like, okay, if you're gonna stop being scared, like what are you scared of? Especially because with self-tape, like you can just redo it before you send it in. Like
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I know I had to take my I don't know, like I don't had to take the weird energy I felt around it
Yeah.
and just do it. And I was like, oh, okay, like yeah, this was easier for me, or this wasn't as difficult as I thought it was gonna be. So
No.
I was sucking myself out way too much. Um, but yeah, I've been submitting for like commercials and like little brand stuff when they're looking for cool, unique looking black girls and the Broadway stuff and just, just making myself available. Anyway, like I'm and
It,
like even if you don't fit the requirements, still submit yourself. Like she keeps saying, just submit yourself because regardless they'll see it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But if you keep submitting to stuff, doesn't matter if they say that that's what they're looking for or not.
hey, here I am again.
Hey, right.
Here I am again. I don't care. It's gonna. I'll keep it the nose, but that yes is coming. It's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Coming. It's coming. It's like you got to get through that so to get to the yes. Like I gotta let me hurry up and get over these no's. Okay, cool. So I can get to my yes. But if I never start, it's like, no, you're never gonna get to that yes. Everybody got it, trust me, you ain't gonna be the first or the last. Okay. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. And that's just one thing, like having the patience and understanding of what it is, But
Yeah.
you have to book that. Like, girl, out of here. Yeah.
Out of here. I said, oh, let
Yeah.
me read her real quick and get on Broadway.
Yeah. Let me pull up on this Broadway
Yeah,
show.
so I would
Yeah.
definitely update you if and when I hear something back.
Yeah, but even just I'm glad to hear you submitting yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so much stuff that's out here that just nobody really knows or sees. It's not like it's broadcasted, but you're in it, like you're in it, and like even stuff you've done, you said that nobody knows about yet. It's like yeah, like
Yeah.
looking. I
Because
mean,
I think the TV show is dropping this month. I hope it does when because I did a job with Bubba and Eric Benet for their Eric Benet created this TV show that's going to stream on All Black, I
yes,
believe, this month, and I did one of the episodes. So
yes,
I think it's supposed to drop this month. So I'm like, okay, cool. I need y'all to go ahead and drop that. Put that in
yeah.
the
Be
little
ready and
video.
be ready.
Yeah,
Locked and loaded.
yeah,
Locked and loaded.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's all about the follow-ups. It's like okay,
mm-hmm.
yeah, like yeah, this is coming out, but then see, I'm gonna bring you to my page and see, then I'm gonna have a whole bunch of stuff locked and loaded on there, and you're gonna be scrolling, and then I'm gonna keep you over here, and then I'm gonna keep content, it's all you still gotta do content.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's no escape.
Mm-hmm. It's no escaping it.
No
It's
escaping it.
no escaping
No escaping
it.
it. And then they're gonna put oh, she just did you did episode of oh, yeah, keep scrolling. Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like that's lit. That is so dope. I love to hear that. So okay, so even you did the acting summit. What was that experience like for you? I did a dancers acting summit for dancers.
Yes, I loved it. I
Oh, let me let
honestly
hold that thought.
okay.
Okay. Okay, so how was that experience for you?
I loved it. It when I say like those couple days like really opened up my eyes to like what this really can look like in terms of career. Like I loved every part of it. Like one, it was at Schmick Studio, so that's already home anyway. So it was already a
Yes.
safe. It wasn't like he was going somewhere I ain't never been before. Like I don't know. Like it was home, so I was already comfortable. Um, I liked all of the speakers that you brought in. Like I really resonated with every single one of them because they all brought a different perspective and gave us different tools that I
Yeah.
feel like following up and like watching them on social media now, like like still keeping up to date. But it was just something new. Like it was something new that didn't necessarily have anything to do with dancing, which I appreciated. And it really showed me that I could do it. Like I was surprising myself.
Hell
Like
yeah.
I
I'm
was
sure you were.
surprising myself. And then I like even like being there with friends like Akeem and Kara, they like ask you can do this. Or like even hearing feedback from you and the teacher, like it was just like it really was just a great experience all around. Like I literally like cherished that experience and have been looking for that since. So I'm like, yeah, like I have to either you gonna have to keep doing them. I'm gonna have to start going to editing class around the sit some because like after that I was like, yeah, I could do this. And it interestingly kind of shifted my perspective on just how I'm viewing like TV and film, which I didn't expect on that side, but just like now, like being a consumer, watching TVs and TV shows and movies, I'm like, oh, okay, like I can do that. Like
Oh,
I'm
Ash.
breaking down the scenes in my mind now. Like it's weird.
Oh,
It's weird now.
no,
No, so
like
yeah,
my
I'm
heart.
really grateful for that experience
Yeah.
because without that experience, like I wouldn't have ever like
Uh,
put myself because as dancers like we use our body to talk. So if when they start asking dancers to speak, we be like, oh, we gotta open our mouth now. Like I gotta say something. Wait a minute, like. But it took the fear out of that for me, like having to use my voice for like audibly as opposed to just using my body as a source of movement and a source of like my voice and speaking. So like it really just opened up the fact like, no, you are more than dancer. We knew that before, but like no, like we know that
yeah.
now. And especially and then watching Step Up and like just see like all these like it all comes back around, Kiki, and that's really what it opens. Like there's no reason why it has to be this is over here and this is over there. No, it doesn't have to be like that
Like,
at all.
yep, nope. Too late, y'all shouldn't. I know now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's too late.
literally.
It's like, oh, they don't want you to know. No, y'all. Like,
No.
I'm telling you. Oh my God, I just need y'all to see over here. I was talking to Kyra because I remember I was telling her she was like she came into the program when we were talking about TV and film, and she was just like, "What are y'all talking?" Like her, it was like her first day in the Zoom call, and she was just so like, "What? I'm just trying to dance." I'm like, "Oh yeah, no, just hold tight. Just stay with me on this. I got you. I'm not because I was probably like, I think I done signed up in the wrong program. I'm trying to say. But man, no, you are like amazing on camera. You're already a great dancer. And it's like that element of like the acting, even like the rom-com aspect, like the comedy,
Mhm.
and having like the serious, like I can't wait because I am gonna do another one this year, acting summit for dancers, and I'm gonna use some of the stuff obviously from what we did with the as promo, but like even your like delivery and like y'all were doing like I mean, that was like off the cuff. That was like, you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Everybody can't do that. It was very much, okay, we're gonna improv. Okay, cool, we're gonna improv. You know what I'm saying? When you as a dancer, all right, cool, I can improv.
Oh, cool.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna freestyle, just gonna move. But like, no, I'm acting improv. Like that is great. Like
Yeah. But you don't even realize, like, I didn't even realize, like, how those tools, like, the tools that I learned from just dancing or just being a performer, they go hand in hand in so many other ways. Like, they go hand in hand for the acting, at least for me, they go hand in hand for the modeling. And especially because, like, on the flip side of that, like, I'm a part of a dance company with my mentor Deborah, and like we basically like just curate the vibes for
Yes.
like major events or major functions.
Yes.
And like so just like being able to network and speak to people and like be
Yeah.
receptive and open, and like it all works so much to where it's
Yeah.
like it's not that it's easy, but sometimes it is like
Yeah.
it's just natural. Like
Natural. It's
it's like
natural.
yeah, it's natural for me to speak out. It's natural for me to speak up. It's natural, like, for me to like walk in the room and it's like, hey, who's that? Or like,
Yeah.
or you already know who I am when I walk in the room. Actually, like that's
Yeah.
really what it is. Like, so
Yeah.
it all works. Like it's none of it feels like I have to leave that off to the side. Like, like it all kind of helps me develop like my professionalism in all aspects, which I appreciate.
Yay. Oh God, I'm so glad you did that. Girl, you have first of all, I'm glad you did this program too. Absolutely. But I'm glad like that was like the spark, you know what I'm saying, to
Yeah.
here and moving forward. What's something that you're excited about going into this next chapter?
Oh, finally like letting the world see what's in my head. Honestly, like letting people see like the creative side of me and not just the performer side of me. I'm just interested to like all this work, this inner work I'm doing. Like I'm ready to be like in a better place, like mentally and emotionally. Like not that we'll ever be perfect or ever feel perfect, but like I'm ready to like get to a point where it's like, oh, I done healed from that a little bit. So now I can show up more in my life because I'm not holding on to all of this shame, all of this hurt, all of this like I'm just ready to like be brighter and bigger, like on a personal level, and see how that opens up for my career, to be honest. And I'm ready for y'all to see like Ashleigh the artist and not just Ashleigh the girl who dance in heels or Ash with the fro who take cool pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I want people to like see all of me and not just what they want to put on me or what they just assume that I am. Because I feel like a lot of time I just been trying to break out of that. Like y'all only see me one way, and it could be just because that's just what you're used to. But it's just like I'm not just that. I'm not just this girl that's in the heel, and I'm not just the girl. Like I'm not that girl, and I've really been trying to push out of that because I feel like a lot of the time, or people just was like, oh, she just a sexy girl in the heel. That's all she do. And I'm like, do y'all not know I'm the first dance major from Spelman College? Do y'all not know like really who I am? Like, and I have to remind myself, and like my support system has to remind me of that, so that I don't get so caught up in society or like social media and like or the labels that people are putting on me. So like that's what I'm ready for. I'm ready to like break out of that, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you have so much to share. I think I told that to Bree. I told that to Bree, and she hit me a rant when she overseas, and she was like, "I just wanted to thank you because there was something in me that I didn't know I needed, like that spark to like." I said, "Yeah, no, like you're an example of like to me a performer, dancer that has so much talent that it's more than just on surface." I'm like, so there's so much in you that you have yet to even reveal to the world. And I mean, I think that that's so dope and exciting just to see your journey, and then knowing like you're doing the work and still doing you did the work and still doing the work, be able to get to that level and where you're confident, like I need to let y'all know who I am.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know, but I am the first, like what?
Yeah, I need people to know. I need people
That needs
to really
to be on
know.
your profile.
Yeah, it's pinned, but
Okay.
they was like, you should put it in your bio, and I was like,
yeah, it needs to be. Yeah, it needs to be in your bio. Like it needs to. Okay. That is like,
I'll add it because I have it pinned on my Instagram, like the post, but
It's
I
okay.
will put
No,
it in
and we're gonna
my
put it there too. It can be there too.
bio.
That definitely
Yeah,
needs to be like if I'm going to your page and I read your bio, what? Yeah, that's a thing. That ain't nothing to just, there's nothing to take lightly at all.
yeah.
That's so dope. Like, oh, I gotta let y'all know.
Yeah,
In
I
case you
do.
didn't. Yes, ma'am. Oh man. Okay, yay. Well, do you have any questions for me?
Um,
And if not now, you can always ask me anytime.
do I have any questions? I really want to think too. Most of all, I'm really just appreciative of like how open you have been, like with me and with everybody. So this me just giving you your flowers a little bit and
Oh,
telling you I'm really thankful and grateful for you. Because now I know like I can kind of even be like,
yeah.
Kiki,
Hey.
I got we going to Dubai. I don't know. Like I don't like I know now that I have a trusted resource and a genuine relationship with you, which I appreciate, and with the other girls, and with everybody else in the program. Like, I'm just grateful for the community because honestly, like that's really what be keeping me going. Like support and community, like that has what has kept me here, like to this day. So like, I'm grateful for those moments mostly. Um,
Yeah. Oh, somebody, Ashley.
I love you so much.
Love
Thank
you
you.
too. Bye. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye. You too.
Bye.